Well, the kids all played.
Oh, we didn't play very well that day.
Yes, we did.
Not till the very end.
My father and I have a special connection with athletics because we grew up watching a lot of basketball.
Ready?
Yep. You ready?
Yeah. To be sitting here in Assembly Hall with Terry as the head coach,
The Raptors to see what's
it's a dream come true for both of us.
I grew up in Seymour, Indiana, which is about 45 minutes southwest of Bloomington. Grew up with special values, a work ethic, and I think because of it, here we are. My older sister Leanne and my middle brother Scott. We've had a lot of success, but one of the greatest gifts that our parents gave us was love. That's just kept us connected. Bloomington was the closest college athletic team that we could follow. Of course, I grew up a Bobby Knight fan. We had everything from the red and white crimson bedroom.
We had carpet that was red and white.
We had the basketball hoop that said Indiana Hoosiers on it.
We would go to church, go to Grandma's for dinner, watch IU basketball, and go home. Terry, she set up an obstacle course downstairs in the basement and started dribbling the basketball.
I was able to have a great career at Seymour High School back in the day when there was no class basketball. So we were sort of the Hoosier story of a small town team that went to the state finals that made it big. One thing about the Moren family is that we're all in. If we come up short, then we're all disappointed. I didn't even tell him I was looking at the Indiana job.
It's funny the way we found out that he even came here. My wife and I were in the family room. I'm reading the Star. And I said, you know where Terry applied for the job at IU?
I didn't want them to get their hopes up so high and then it not happen. I was able to call home and say, hey, I'm going to be the next Indiana coach. So this is kind of cool, right? We have obviously we watch film with our players, but we also have team meetings in here where we establish our goals.
How about this half court shot from Big Grace? Bingo, money.
She had a couple of those throughout the season.
Yes, she did.
It became one of her, just the burger shot, right?
I call her money.
He comes to every practice, he comes to all the games, and he's just so invested in it and knows everything.
My staff calls him Pops, my players. I think they just get a kick out of him being around. My father will watch the games that we've played, usually not the games that we lose, but the games that we win. He will probably go home and watch those 3 or 4 times and be able to pick up something different every time he watches it.
Oh, jump ball, my.
So here's,
Sit down, coach.
Yeah. I'm not very happy with that, right?
Game day is, people probably think we're nuts. I'm just gonna say it. Because we always had our own little quirky superstitions. Dad wears the same outfit every game. We call it his uniform. We do the same thing. We go to Terry's, we ride together. It's a very, very routine thing that we do.
The team understands how important Coach's dad is. We see him on the baseline at every home game. He sits in the same spot.
Come in and sit down in my seat, get my popcorn and my Diet Coke, yell at officials every now and then. And, unfortunately, I yelled once too often one time, and I was asked to hold it down a little bit.
At the end of the day, win or lose, he always will come up and give us a big hug and just tell us that he's proud of us. He's kind of like family to us at this point.
After the game, I'll go to media. Dad will come. We'll go up in my office.
2 for 27 from the three-point line? Good gracious.
Both he and Leon are up there. So they are essentially a part of not just our family, they're part of our staff. They're part of everything we do here.
She allows us to be part of this. And she doesn't have to do that, but she does. And I think that says a lot for her and, you know, our family.
You can tell Coach Moren values family just by the way she treats her players and treats her staff. That's, of course, from her dad and her mom.
One thing I learned from Teri is dreams do come true.
What I've learned most from my father is he's very loyal, very matter of fact. He's very loving. He tells me the truth because he wants me to be a better person, a better coach. And I've learned to love and hate that all at the same time, but I do appreciate it. The people that can be most truthful with you are the people that love you the most.